I'm Dom here from Country Chat with Dom at the 45 Vinyl Cafe and Bar. I'm joined by Liam Cromby. Hi, Liam.
Hiya, how you doing?
I'm good. I mean, we're here. We're about to watch you perform a headline gig here with the wonderful Pip Marsh supporting you, bringing you in.
Yeah.
You excited?
Oh, I can't wait. Yeah. It's my second time playing here at the 45. I first came here a couple of years ago with Oscar. Yeah, it's great to come back and headline and also sell out the venue, which was...
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It really is. I can't wait.
I mean, what's the one thing that sort of like stopped you in your tracks when you realised that you sold out, the 45? I mean, I was talking with Ian earlier on the show, and the way I describe this place is very much like the Cavern in Liverpool. It's the York's equivalent of the Cavern, and the Bluebird over in Nashville, and Listening Room Cafe, in Nashville as well. This is very much Yorkshire's own hotspot for, both
100%.
Country music and music in general.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a hub for music community, and we're obviously talking about country music, Americana, folk music. I see so much online about different artists coming here to play.
Yeah.
So to kind of tick this one off, it kind of feels like that with the venues I've played before in the past. Like it feels like an accomplishment. Yeah. And it feels really good actually, just for like playing here and selling it out and maybe bringing new people in. It's all about kind of supporting community, isn't it? And in different places we go to. So if we can do that in a new place, then I'm all for it.
Now in the future, I want to do a full podcast chat with you where we spend 3 hours talking about all your music individually and the stories behind the songs, somewhat. But obviously you've got sound checks to do and whatnot beforehand.
Yeah.
So just quickly for everybody watching, in terms of that, come to your gigs and watches you perform.
Yeah.
You're actually going to be performing some of your older stuff tonight as well, I hear.
Yeah, so to this tour and tonight's gig, first night of tour, it's billed as an evening with Liam Cromby, performing songs from Weirdy Ocean and Solid Material. So Weirdy Ocean was a band that I was in during my 20s.
Yeah.
We were a post-hardcore alt-rock band. We were successful. We did really well for a couple of lads in our 20s. And that band broke up in 2017. And so this tour is it's a kind of way of bringing those kind of old fans along and introducing them again to kind of Weirdy Ocean, playing those old songs, but also to what I'm doing now, and also seeing if we can kind of bring them over to some Americana kind of country sounds. There's such crossovers that I see all the time that I'd love that to kind of happen.
I mean, coming over here today, I was listening throughout your music and whatnot. Every single song I've loved so far that I've listened to, I cannot complain. And reading things like the bios on your Spotify and whatnot, it talks about headlining like the Black Deer and festivals such as that, and going over to Nashville and working with some incredible producers as well. That's worked with some amazing artists such as I think it was the Wandering Hearts. What's it been like then, kind of like going from being in the band to then pursuing your own solo stuff?
Oh, it took a long time to kind of get into it. The band finished. I had to have a lot of time away from music just to kind of get myself right. I'd fallen out of love with it, and so, through a bit of time away, a bit of self-care, and finding purpose again to get into it. I found it to be as enjoyable and as enlightening experience as the first time round, and actually I'd say it's probably more enjoyable now because a bit older, a bit more wiser, and I suppose just a bit more honest and truth to myself.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy because I took a break from podcasting. I started this back in 2020, 2019, and I took a break in 2022 because everything was getting a bit too much. Social media, it was full time, and even though I'm working a full-time job and whatnot, it was just so much. But I took I was only supposed to be like 6 months, but I took a two-year hiatus from doing this show. And coming back, I found that there's a different feel to it. There's a different vibe and a different energy. I mean, the passion that we have, for this, for this scene and for music in general is always high.
Yeah.
But when you take a break, you sort of reflect, you sort of look at your options and look at your sound and look at the way that you come across, music and songwriting. You almost have this new spark, a different spark, You
have like appreciation for it. And I think the first time we do anything, it's kind of like a soft launch or something. We're not sure exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're just throwing ourselves into these experiences and we're going to give it the best go. And then sometimes, it may not turn out to be what you wanted it to be. So you need to take that break away to reflect and realise and come to those decisions yourself and say, actually, no, this is what I want to do.
Yeah. In terms of 2025, then, you've mentioned this is the start of the tour, you know, so where else are we going to see you throughout the UK?
So we're in Liverpool tomorrow night, another sold-out show.
Mic drop there.
It's crazy. Honestly, it's blowing me away at the moment. But yeah, next week we've got Birmingham, Bridgend in South Wales, Galway in Herefordshire, going to Trowbridge, Southampton, Manchester, Newcastle, South Shields, Dundee, Glasgow, and Chelmsford, and Oakham. That's the last one.
Awesome. I'm super excited. I'll have to try and catch you again in Chelmsford. Down in Essex quite a lot nowadays. So,
that was my home.
Is it your hometown?
Basically,
there we go.
I grew up in Loughton, but Essex is where I'm from, born and bred. So,
awesome.
See you there, brother.
See you there.
All right.
In terms of music, is there any kind of like, other I mentioned, obviously you're going to be playing a bit of your older stuff tonight. Is there any surprises that you're going to throw in there? Any potential new music or anything like that?
I've recorded a second album earlier in the year.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, there we go.
Second album's coming. I'm going to be playing songs from that album tonight, and keep an ear and an eye out for that. First single is going to be dropping in 2025. So
brilliant, super excited. We'll have to organise the podcast around the album drop as well and singles, and we can actually go through the album and almost pick it to pieces.
Oh, I'd love to.
Because I love a good listen through, and I love a good.
Yeah. I feel like we should have been recording. We had a great conversation before this interview started, so it'd just be that times 10.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's the whole point of this show. When I do a full podcast, the 3-hour version, it's very much a tangents galore. You know, you're allowed to talk about anything. There's no rules. There's no question. I mean, I've got no questions here with me now. Yeah. But that's what it's like during the actual full show. It's literally just
conversation.
That's what it is. It's country chat with Dom.
It's the best way to do it.
In terms of the future, we mentioned your tour. Everybody, please make sure you get tickets for the tour because it's super exciting. Where can people find you on social media? Where can people find your tickets for your up-and-coming shows?
Yeah, so you can find me. Liam Cromby is my name. So, you type that into Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, or YouTube as well. You're going to find it there. And I would say there's a Linktree link with Liam Cromby, and that's got everything else on there as well. So search me on the internet, I'll be there, I'm sure. Super excited, and just walking in the door at the moment is Pip Marsh as well, so I'm going to be having a chat with him hopefully in a second. But thank you so much, Liam. It's been an absolute pleasure chatting with you. That was good on that.
Sounding good.
Come on.